Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 4th episode of Shirobako. So, in the last episode, our characters were doing their best to try to finish up episode 4 in time before the deadline and having to do the accursed recap episode as like a last resort alternative. And Aoi also was trying hard to not lose her sanity. Yeah, I think that's kind of the good summary of last episode, so let's watch this one. 3, 2, 1, play. Shizuka practicing lines on a train. And you're spoiled. Yeah, newbie voice actress, Shizuka. Oh, okay. Some nice voice acting there. I quite enjoy it. I would too if I was on that train. So, good luck on whatever role you're auditioning for. Yeah. You know, the last episode accidentally had the episode filed in a different folder than the openings and endings, which are like in separated video files to like it's a save spacing measure order chapters that some releases of anime do. Anyway, that's I'll try not to do that anymore. Just because I move anime from my external hard drive to my main one when I'm reacting, because I don't want to like accidentally bump a cord and stop the anime from playing. So that's to prevent that from happening. So now I just do that, but I also make a copy of all the opening and ZDs versions onto that folder as well, if any of that makes sense. Anyway, that's why you didn't see an ending last time. That's really the point I'm getting at here. But yeah, hopefully this does mean we're getting more into Shizuka this episode. I assume we are. I mean, we saw her in the first scene. I assume we'll at least see the audition that she's practicing for. Oh, that's... I don't think that's a problem. I know, right? Well, you kind of have it coming. She's busy doing her actual job instead of, you know, whining and trying to start some kind of self-pity party. She's a much better employee than you are, is what I'm saying, Taro. Who did? Aoi? Why not? Well, I do know that you constantly sweat, but if you lost weight, that'd probably be less of an issue. Yeah, that goes both ways. Nobody wants that. Exactly. He's not being mean about it, he's telling you how it is. Oh, wow. We can totally see the difference. Yeah, in a conversation where we're discussing how fat you are, you just run off to go get food. With a gleeful grin on your face. Emma! Yes, she does. I'm hoping it goes well, but I feel like it won't since it's the first one that we're seeing. Probably. That terrible time in phone call. Yeah, I just didn't ignore her like you did. Yes, I do hope it goes well. Smack out of his hand. uh... Wish I had an AC, but... My hair might be falling apart, but I guess I'm just imagining things. I would still watch that. Oh god, it's so quiet. Oh, that's not you. Of course, she looks the most like an anime character here. Harem of 11's sister. Yeah. I didn't know who she was, but she definitely came across as one. A presence. And yet she still has time to audition for a... The voice sounds familiar. She has time to audition for this probably generic harem anime. Yeah, it's gotta really suck being a newbie voice actress. Everybody wants the seasoned ones for important or at least semi-important roles. We got that door open somehow. That was an amazing way to open a door. Looking at her, you'd think it was made of really heavy metal. It's easy for you to say. You're not in a room full of a bunch of people auditioning for a role. Line producer, director. Yeah, you never want to be one of the early ones. Of course, you already talked about how big sister of the 11 girls, not even the MC sister. And we talked about how much they have to listen to the same line over and over again in these. And whenever you're ready. Aka Oni, really? Of course she has red hair. It's not terrible, but calm down. Yeah, that's very apparent, but she's not bad. It's not like it's a super important role. It's fine if she's a bit amateurish. I do like her voice. uh, I, yeah. Saying "don't stop" is very fitting for that. uh, I mean, I thought it was fine. Of course, a bit of a bias because she's a main character, and I know her. Well, I don't know her that well, but you know, I'm in a position to root for her. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Well, that's not saying a lot, but yeah, it's a good thing. Gotta love the $2 there. Wow, dude. Uh, yes, they are, but you're not invited. No, there's not. Erika knows what's up. Always listen to her. Like, she always has solid advice. Ah, the dinner of champions here. Really nothing to do while microwaving, like maybe watch TV or play a mobile game. Estokes. It's not that hard to pronounce, Mom. Oh wow, fancy. That's also one of the cool things about being a voice actor or whatever, is being able to see your name in credits. More importantly, your friends and family seeing your name in the credits. uh, doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm totally not doing that, Mom. Don't listen to the don't listen to the ding in the background. It's your imagination. But he's unconscious. Don't wake him up on my account. When you tried so hard to, you slightly poked him a couple times. I mean, I'd be happy to keep her warm at night if all she has to do is ask. Or just, knock all the cops when I show up, that's fine too. Shizuka. Oh wow, she's doing her best to stay in shape. Not. A certain character could learn a thing or two from her. Yeah, but I don't think it went that well. uh, yeah, she wasn't wrong. Shizuka is very cute. Definitely cuter than Aoi, but, you know. The Divine Seven Lucky Warriors. Wow, that art is really bad. The voice acting is not great either. Oh my god. What even am I watching right now? I mean, I think that was the anime they made back in school. Which would explain why it's so terrible. Wow. I mean, the unfitting voices, the very amateurish voice acting, the terrible art. I mean, the story didn't even seem that good. But, they did their best. Anything else? They're very cute, though. That's what matters. I would still buy the Blu-rays because they're cute. Misa novels, none of her. Yeah, Shizuka and Misa. Emma showed up. Is Aoi gonna be last? That's the working world for you. Midori. And apparently Mi-chan stood for Misa, not Midori. I had 50-50 chance of getting that right and I didn't. And that's fine. So that was fun. Cinema. Yeah, that anime was so comically bad, it was amazing. Pancake Home. Talk about a second home. uh, it's like reviewers. I'm not really get to see this, so I'll just have to go with your guys' opinions. It's because we are. Some of us. Don't be too early. Don't be silly. Can we just go to, like, karaoke? Ooh. Pretty. Very nice. I guess we're just getting a montage now. Double piece, man. Blu-ray and DVD box. Steakhouse. Pancake Home Steakhouse. I'm seeing a theme. Wow, I guess she's a witch now. Suka Suka. And now it's time to drink. I guess so. I mean, once you have a job and live on your own, you can kind of consider yourself an adult at that point. Did you? Did you like it? Was it good? I went donuts. Oh my god. Attempt. Yeah. Yeah. For being honest. uh, yes, I'm sure you will. Okay, Midori just called Ri. Okay. Yeah. You're worried about people yelling at you because you're not good enough. Scale and positioning. I mean, that is kind of important, I guess. That's one thing people do love to complain about, it's 3D in anime. Don't worry, one day you'll be the next Takahashi Ri. Nobody likes mascot characters. Well, that's something. Again, it's something. Do some voice acting for us. That was amazing. I love that. I bet that's quite a different voice than your normal voice. Didn't go so well. You were nervous. I mean, I was really nervous when I started making videos. So I definitely get it. Did I say Mon Mon Biori? It went by too quickly, but... Is she about to cry? Don't cry. Please don't cry. Yeah. Okay. At least she didn't cry. I was getting worried there for a second. Work calls. Yeah, what do you want? Yeah, I have better things to do. Yeah, it's the whole idea of a day off is to be free, you know? It's a big idea for you to bother her on her day off. Yeah, I have them, unlike you. Oh. Yeah, you might as well have asked for nudes while you were at it. Yeah, gotta love good Sakuga. Yeah, and he's been full-on ignored. Good. Just drink your troubles away, Shizuka. That's also part of being an adult. Oh my god, is she already drunk? Is she doing the lines again? I got the moaning right. I did something. I can see where her career's gonna go. If it makes you feel any better, I'd definitely hire you, Shizuka. Maybe not for voice acting specifically, but in general. Big saga. And I'm gonna be a better production assistant. uh, do we have to? Yeah, that would be bad. This is great. I love this little friendship scene. And man, Shizuka's the most drunk. Make sure you get home okay. Uh, I love that Moni was clearly her favorite part of the lines. Yeah, voice acting is very competitive in Japan. You're a great production assistant. Don't let anyone take that away from you, Ollie. I feel like you could do anything you set your mind to. You're very talented. But I guess it's a matter of just figuring out what that is, I guess, is more the problem. Bye-bye. Having the subtitles blink like the lights, interesting touch. Who is it now? Better not be a certain annoying coworker again. It clearly is. Don't you have a job to do? Well then go away. Seriously, I don't know why anyone would want to deal with him if they didn't have to. He's just so annoying. Like, everyone acknowledges that fact. And yet he still annoys them. Gotta love a drunk girl walking up by herself at night. What could go wrong there? Well, I did call him a man-child before, so, you know. My opinion on that matter. I'm just glad somebody in the show agrees with me on that. It doesn't exist yet, does it? Well, I can see that you're drenched in sweats. Buy an electric fan for your desk or something, dude. You're getting some more endo. He doesn't get a lot of screen time. I still remember his name, oddly enough. uh... well... AD, I assume that stands for either art director or animation director. I mean, it can technically stand for assistant director, I guess, but... I know the first episode of New Game had a misunderstanding about what the AD stood for in that context, so... clearly can stand for various things. I remember the one girl said something about donuts, but not using the word literally. Very silly. Man, those dance moves are great. I really do like the ED quite a lot. Most anime EDs are not very memorable. Like I'd say the vast majority of them aren't, but I'd say this one's definitely one of the better ones. Tear in half. Well, she didn't tear it in half, that's something. So that was the 4th episode of Shirobako. A really good episode. So we obviously shifted a little bit of focus onto Shizuka again to see how her life as a you know, either a wannabe voice actress or an amateur voice actress, depending on how nice or honest you want to be about it. But we started off her practicing for a role on the train, which I love that scene. That was great because her lines pretty much involve some moaning and some very suggestive dialogue. That's obviously not, you know, actually as edgy as it sounds. It's just, you know, it's just like, oh, that just praise me more. I love it. It feels so good. Just it can be very easily taken the wrong way by just random people on the train. They're just hearing her just moan over there. But yeah, those were clearly her favorite part. Her favorite parts of her lines, to be sure. There's no doubt about that. Then transition over now is workplace, and we see a little bit of an argument between the director and the episode director about the usage of the AC. The director wants the AC to be, you know, as cool as possible because he's a fat guy that sweats like constantly. And the episode director does not want it to be too cold in there because, well, being too cold or too hot both can make working more difficult because that's on your mind. And anything that's distracting you from the job is obviously going to be a bad thing. However, different people will want different temperatures because everyone's a little bit different like that. And obviously, the director's fat, so he'll want it to be colder to compensate for that, whereas the episode director is not, so there's always going to be some disagreement there. But they'll just go back and forth, put on more clothes, well, you take off more clothes, and nobody wants the director to take off more clothes, so because of that fact alone, I'm kind of leaning with the episode director a bit more on that. I think I said episode director there, but I meant regular director. It gets confusing. Then we got to actually see Shizuka's audition, and how that goes, but it's always not going to go too well. A lot of people were brought into audition, which included someone called Soma Rena, which her voice sounded familiar, so I looked it up, and yeah, that's Tamura Yukari, one of my favorite voice actresses, so that'll be why that name sounded familiar. But anyway, a lot of people were brought in. Shizuka's obviously a newbie voice actress. She was incredibly nervous, which I don't blame her at all. Like, I would be even more nervous than she was, so yeah, it's a bit of a problem. The nervousness combined with the competition, the sheer number of competition, of a lot of which are probably more qualified and better credentials than she does, it's like, yeah, it was never going to go too well. You would have to have like a lot of plot armor to really make that work, and the show doesn't really like the show is definitely trying to be at least somewhat realistic when it comes to all this stuff. We did get to see the interview itself, which was nice. Of course, the pilot of it is just the best lines, like her desuwa, you know, give me more, whatever her moaning lines were, and those were amazing. Like, just, yeah, it's good stuff. I think she didn't even have that much of an important role. I think it was like a sister of one of the harem members, I think. But I mean, it's a good anime to be a part of. Like, I would watch this anime with or without her in it. So if she was in it, that would be even more reason to watch it. So we got to see some footage from the Divine Seven Lucky Warriors anime, which I don't remember if we saw that in the first episode. Right now, we might have seen that or different clips or whatever. But it was pretty bad. Like, just, of course, not comparing it to like professional works. I mean, as an amateur work, it's okay, but just it was just, man, that was bad. Everything from the art, the animation, the voice acting, just all of it, just it screams amateur, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, it's a work they're proud of. I'm sure if they ever went back and redid it, it'd be at least a little bit better. Well, that was pretty much the first half of the episode. The second half was more about all of our main girls, the original anime club members, pretty much getting together as kind of an offline reunion sort of thing, which was great because I do like these characters. They have a very nice chemistry with each other, and just it's cool seeing them like catch up with each other. And you know, of course, when Shizuka talks about her job, it's, you know, it's a little bit depressing because she hasn't made a lot of progress as a voice actress. Like, she's had some voicing roles, like doing a voiceover, like a Japanese dub of something, which I mean, that's good, that's cool. It was pretty funny when she reenacted that for them. That was really good. And of course, when she gets drunk and her just doing those moaning lines again is just, yeah, Shizuka's pretty great. She's becoming one of my favorites as well. Just, I definitely want to see her succeed. So I went back in the episode to where they were talking about the voice actress Soma Rena and talking about the things she's been in. Okay, the first thing they mentioned was Sadoka Mazoku, which I assume is supposed to referencing Madoka Magica. I wasn't so sure on that one at first, but the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that's probably what it is. Like, masochist, like it's a dark anime. Like, that's probably what they were going for there. But the reason why I went back to the scene was because of Mon Biori, obviously referencing No Biori, so I did see that correctly. And also mentioned Ai Puri, which I assume is supposed to be referenced for High Footy, High School Fleet. That one seems like a bit more of a stretch, but that's the only thing I can think of, at least. It might be something else, but yeah, basically slightly changing the names on there. But yeah, those are definitely some good anime to be a part of. I do want to mention that my anime list is still partially down, so you can't really very easily check like what characters are what voice actors have voiced in what anime. So that makes my job a little bit more difficult in general. But yeah, once we were done with all the catching up with friends stuff, we went back to work, and then the director getting yelled at for not getting the storyboard done when he said he would. So no shortage of arguments for him this episode. By the way, I know now that the AD definitely stands for Animation Director because it clearly says that underneath Endo Ryosuke's name. And the little pop-up thing, I apparently just didn't pay much attention to that, but yeah, that's clearly what AD stands for. But yeah, the episode did end off on him kind of complaining about something, not wanting to be the AD for it, with, Taro arguing with him about that, so I assume we'll get more into that next episode, so I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.